3 days after letting his neighbor's son Brandon use his backyard, 62-year-old Gerald stepped outside and stopped cold. Beer cans lined the grass. Chip bags covered the patio. Food wrappers were thrown into the flower beds he'd spent 2 summers planting. Gerald walked next door. Brandon answered, "Your friends trash my yard. Parties get messy. Relax." His father Tom appeared behind him. "Gerald, you know how teenagers are. Then come clean it up." Tom smiled. "Come on, neighbor. Don't be like that." The following weekend, Brandon knocked again. "My friends want to hang out in your yard." "Absolutely not." "Seriously? You won't share? You left my property looking like a landfill." Tom stepped forward. "Neighbors help each other, Gerald." "Not anymore." Gerald closed the door. 2 days later, Gerald came home and heard voices in his backyard. Brandon and 4 friends were lounging on his patio furniture. One was spraying soda on his flower beds. Another was pulling up garden stakes. "What are you doing?" Brandon shrugged. "You weren't using it." Gerald called the police. The boys were removed and warned for trespassing. Gerald thought it was finished. 3 days later, he came home to a flooded backyard. Someone had slashed his irrigation system, deliberately, multiple cuts. 2 garden beds completely destroyed. Tom stormed out. "Don't blame Brandon for your maintenance problems." Brandon crossed his arms. "You can't prove anything." Gerald's hands were shaking. He had no camera facing the back. Then 70-year-old Walter from across the street walked over slowly, phone in hand. "Actually, I think I can help." Walter's porch camera caught Brandon hopping the fence, box cutter in hand. 30 seconds later, water was spraying everywhere. Brandon's face went white. Tom turned on Gerald. "You've ruined my son's life." "If you'd just been a decent neighbor," Gerald shook his head. "Your son made every choice that led here. Not me." Brandon was charged with vandalism and trespassing. Tom was ordered to pay $3,200 in damages. Gerald rebuilt his garden, this time with cameras facing every corner. Walter came over the following Saturday. The 2 of them planted the first row of tomatoes together. Some lessons aren't learned until they cost something. That's usually when they stick.